Welcome, guys. Thank you for having me. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Bam, I'm white. Hopefully, everybody's having a great day. Thank you for joining us today. Today, we got a special guest, but not just a special guest, guys. We have the first person I'm interviewing that is part of Late Night with the Bar Season 2, Temporada 2. And in this season, we're going to have people that I feel deserve to be interviewed, people that I feel are OGs. Last season was people that were either new or up and coming. We had some people that were up there, but I think this season we're trying to concentrate on, I guess, giving that person their praise and also in a way like their flowers. Today's show is brought to you by the Mag Project. You want some dope ass mag? You want to support somebody that's in the community? Hit up Diane X's The Mag Project. Use code SABAR for 5% off, allegedly. Uh, but let's get this show started, all right, guys? Today we have, let's see, who do we have? Who do we have? We got Corn Pops. Corn Pops. We got Dogenado. Dogenado, what are you doing, bro? You're supposed to be on the damn show, bro. We got MC. We got Night Customs. We got the homie, Many Enemy. Shout out to him. If you guys haven't seen that Lisa Frank thing he's working on, that shit is not nylon. It's nylon. It's super dope. We got Dervin. What's up, Dervin? How you doing, homie? We got Kurt, Night Customs, CT Designs. What's up, homie? T for Texas. We got Full Al. Ooh, we got Print 2. And we got the homie 310. What's up, homie? We the West. We got everybody. Run Bear. I got you, Run Bear. I figured it out. We got IPS, Kurt, Evo SD. We got the magician himself, guys. The magician, Danny Meatballs. All right, guys. It's time. It's time to start this show. The person we have today, you guys might know him as Dodge NATO, the Tornado.
Hey everyone,
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Oh, we got Print Your 2A. They said, "Hi, Danny. Hi, Danny, Mr. Meatballs." Yeah, Danny is dope. Ooh, we got IPS saying, Dodge. And we got another. Damn, there's a lot of comments. I can't even go through them. Nice beard, my dog. Oh, beard.
Yep.
Beard gang. No shave November, or is that no nut November? I don't know. But okay, guys. So um I'm gonna talk about some things after the show. I'm actually clicking up with Pride Tech, and we're gonna be giving out a free printer. So I'll talk about the stuff he's gonna do later on, and it's gonna be a printer, an Ender. What is it? The 2B3 or some shit like that. Everybody has it. We all love that printer. It's a great printer for beginners. But first of all, tell the people who you are, bro. Let them know what you do, who you do, and what are your pronouns, bro?
So I'm Dogenado. I've been here for years. I mainly hang out around AWCY, but I'm in several different communities. Uh, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter under dogenado.exe. I also handle the AWCY Arms social media as well. So even if you haven't interacted with me before as Doge, you might have interacted with me before as AWCY.
What? What? That's you, bro.
Yeah, that's been me.
All right, man. All right, bro. So I got all your stuff tagged below. So if anybody don't know who this master of disaster is, go check him out. Um, let's get to it, bro. Let's start off with a couple questions, and that's the question I like to ask everybody, right? Growing up, did you grow up around a 2A environment? Did you grow up around a 2A household, or how was it growing up for you?
So growing up, we there was guns in the house, and to be honest, I probably shouldn't have, but I had them in my closet. But I lived with my uncle, and we never went shooting, so I never saw those guns actually shot growing up. I always wanted to, um, but whenever I moved out is whenever I started getting into guns. I think the first time I shot a gun though was probably in middle school, and it was in 1911.
What, bro? Damn, that's dope. So, how did that happen? How did you get to shoot the 1911?
So for that one, I was actually at my cousin's house. He was showing me his dad's guns, and we were still little, but it probably was a little unsupervised
Hmm.
at the time. But we definitely did everything safe. We were out back shooting milk jugs in the backyard. We lived out in the country, so there wasn't really any houses or anything nearby to cause any harm. And yeah, that was it.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. So, okay, so you said you grew up in like the country and stuff like that. Um, Growing up in the country, I know a lot of people usually either have like a 22, or like you said, they start off shooting in the backyard on at milk jugs, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Um, how did you realize like I I think I enjoy guns and I think I wanna do things with guns? Like, how did you realize like, hey man, I'm really into 2A?
So I always kind of liked guns, but I never really owned one until I got into 3D printing. Um, I had, a pistol for self defense at the time, but it was just a cheap little pistol I got from a buddy.
Yeah.
Um, but about in 2013, whenever Cody Wilson actually shot the Liberator, I absolutely fell in love with that idea of 3D printed firearms and decided to research as much as I can. It took a few years for me to actually get a printer from that point in time, but that original video of him shooting the Liberator is what got me into this hobby and made me want guns. And uh,
Was that for real?
yeah,
A lot of us got into guns, seeing that video, seeing the Vice interview, stuff like that. So that's kind of what got you into 3D printing.
oh yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about 3D printing, bro. How did you get into 3D printing? Like, how how long have you been printing, pretty much? And also, did you start off printing guns right away, or did you start off with action figures or other stuff?
So I started 3D printing. I want to say maybe 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
It was a while ago, but what I actually started printing was stuff for my car. I got into things like interior bits for. I'm big on old Volkswagens, and a lot of the plastic interior over time tends to crack, and you can't really buy it for a reasonable cost. So I had to end up designing and printing a lot of random things like bushings and whatnot for the car. So for years I did that, and I also printed stuff for work, like little badge holders for coworkers and stuff like that. And then back towards 2019 is whenever I finally got into to where I wanted to actually print a gun. I was comfortable with my printers. Before that, it was an Anna 08, Anna A8, I believe. One of those.
Are you dyslexic like me, bro?
Uh, I
No, it's a
I
joke, bro.
stutter a little bit.
It's a joke, bro. So somebody's saying that we could call you Butters.
Yeah, who was that?
It was. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Who was it?
It was the one and only. So yeah, you can call me Butters. People actually call me Butters in real life. There's a reason for that. Partly due to South Park, but partly due to my real name that I'm not going to say
Yeah,
publicly
yeah.
here.
Bro, don't dock yourself, bro. Not on my show, bro. I don't want that beat. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm not going to.
I can't handle that doxing stuff, bro. All right.
But
So,
yeah, man, I've been printing for a while, but for the longest time I was lurking, doing research, following Durwood, Cody Wilson.
hmm
Uh, I lurked in FOSCAD for the longest time before Keybase, like IRC, um, Keybase, and then eventually I ended up in deterrence dispensed at one time, and then
damn.
eventually where I am now.
Okay, so let's talk about in general, like how many years you've been printing. How long did you like in all like together? How many years you think you've been doing this for? Like the gun stuff.
The gun stuff since 2019.
Oh, okay. So you've been so you've been printing since 2019. When the
Yep.
pandemic hit, how was it for you? Was it overwhelming seeing all these new people in the community, or did you realize like yes, we made it, or what was your personal opinion and what was going through your mind?
I loved it. I loved seeing all the new people join in. I think it bred new life into the hobby.
Yeah.
I think um, a lot of people found out about this with COVID. You know, people working from home. They had so much time. I was also working from home, so I was actually active in the community when I wasn't prior. Um, and it's nice seeing all these people that were didn't know about it and didn't have time previously now all of a sudden just pop up out of nowhere. It was amazing.
Okay. So do you think that the community is just getting started, or do you think there's more like you like there's still more for us to tackle, or do you think what do you think? What's your opinion right now with the community? Like how do you feel?
So I don't want to say that the community is just starting. I think it is continuing to evolve.
Yeah.
I do. I have a feeling we're going to see some changes in how development goes in the future and how the dynamic is between communities. Um, I don't know how it's going to work. I do expect to see a lot of designs using DIY parts, less parts kits in the future, which is great in my mind. Because there may be, I think we'll still be able to get parts, but I think it may be a little bit harder at times depending on upcoming legislation. But
Yeah.
I
Uh,
definitely think we're going to see an evolution and a new wave coming soon to 3D printing.
yeah, man, I totally agree with you. I think people are gonna start either making their parts kit or start building stuff like straight from scratch because if this legislation passes, I think more stuff is gonna be monitored, bro. I mean, you just seen what IPS did, bro. He welded the he welded it, bro. The what was it? The Mac 11. He
Yeah,
actually went out and welded it. And I think that's amazing, and that's the way to go because now you don't have to depend on anybody, bro. Like now you could do stuff yourself, or with a group of people. And I think that's what's beautiful about the community that we have so many people that do different talents. Invader Stip, man, that guy's a genius, right? When we got Kron shining light at us with his competition and what he's doing. We got many enemies messing around with nylon. We got fuckboy Tony, bro. Everybody is. I think at this moment, a lot of us are trying to test the waters, and it's amazing, bro. What's your belief on that?
oh, I definitely agree. We're seeing a lot of innovation and different ideas that haven't been tested before. We have, Suckboy Tony's plasma ignited firearm, which is pretty sweet. I sadly don't know as much about it as some others, but I am following it from the sidelines with eager eyes.
Hmm
We also have, laminated bolts from, laser cutted parts, or even the Ghost Gunner 3 cutting out parts to make a bolt. Like there's so much innovation going on right now that we didn't have years ago.
Correct, man. Yeah, you're completely correct. And then I always like to ask people this question, bro. What do you think about the future of filament? I know we're seeing a change from PLA to nylon, um, and we saw some people messing with HTPLA, but I felt like people just took that jump and went straight to nylon. What do you think is next, man?
So I'm probably one of the weird ones that prints in multiple different filaments. I have a printer dedicated solely to carbon fiber nylon, and then a printer solely dedicated to uh, PLA, and then I have a resin printer out in the shop out back.
Yes,
But mainly, I definitely see carbon fiber or nylon materials becoming uh, more sought after as
correct.
they're longer lasting on the heat. Um, but there is also some issues where they may be more abrasive to the materials, like your bolt, etc. So you may have to deal with that. Like many enemies said, PLA is amazing for prototypes.
Yeah,
Uh, that's also what I use my resin printer for, depending on what I'm making. So, like if I want to prototype something fast
yeah,
and I don't really care about the longevity of the material, like if it's just something for fitment, I'll print it
correct.
on the resin printer because it'll be done in 5 hours compared to 12 hours or something. Um, with stuff I actually want to test and shoot, I'll use PLA, and then once I know that PLA is functional and going to work properly, I'm going to switch over to my nylon printer
Okay.
or something I can have, permanent, something I can, carry or, leave out in a hot car or something at a range.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I can't. I like, damn. I never heard of anybody do it the way you do, bro. Like that's amazing because now I understand what you're saying. You're gonna prototype it with PLA. That way, in case shit goes wrong, you're not spending that much money because nylon's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
So with prototyping with PLA and then you're switching to nylon, that's smart, bro. Like I'm gonna take that away from you now, bro. That's a great pointer. Um, but you know what? I'm gonna say something. Everybody knows where I live, and when I was able to print here, when it wasn't a big deal because nowadays you can't print. So, now I don't print, right? I only do action figures and stuff like that. But I never really had issues, bro, with my stuff like melting or anything. I believe because of the area I live, the weather's not that bad or anything. I've left stuff outside and it's been maybe like 90, 95 and without AC, and I really never had issues with it morphine. So, I mean, I think it just depends on the area. I mean, if you're in Texas, if you're in Florida, if you're in places where the humidity is bad and the heat gets bad, I believe nylon is the way to go. Um, but at the same time, I also believe that even for me, like I want to start nylon because I want to be able to depend on what I'm carrying, right? If I'm carrying, um, a lot of people like to print to print. When I used to print, I would carry my stuff as my EPT, you know?
Yeah.
Let's talk about settings, bro. How important are settings to you? And how important is the quality of your print to you? Like, I know some people print stuff and they just print it and run it, and it's not the best looking thing, but it's functional. What do you think?
I'm a little bit anal about my quality. Uh, I have to have my stuff look perfect, or I hate it. I'm sure there's some people in the chat who dealt with me griping about a minor issue to them, and me just getting absolutely pissed off trying to fix it. But
Yeah,
I have several different profiles, and I generally, I hate to say it, I waste a ton of filament tuning every single roll I get
yeah,
because it's always different slightly. So like I tune my temp settings and my retraction constantly to
Yeah,
make sure like I don't have any stringing on my prints. If I'm printing in PLA, as smooth as PLA can get, or almost no layer lines on nylons. Uh, I think I think the worst experience I had whenever I started printing in with a direct drive.
yeah.
That's was the largest learning curve for me, was trying to figure out the difference in settings, because I had like immaculate prints on a Bowden, and then I switched over to direct drive and everything looked like trash for months.
Yeah, yeah. And it's funny because I try to make my Ender 3v2 direct drive, right? And I set it up and it was working correct. The problem that I did was that I was kind of being lazy, and instead of changing certain parts, I kind of Mickey Mouse it, right? So it's printing, bro, and I'm like happy. The first two, like the first layer is perfect, and then it keeps getting. Once it gets to a certain spot, bro, it wasn't like pulling enough of the filament, and I had, and it was issues, bro. It's crazy. I'm glad to hear that you actually had the kind of the same problems as I did. Um, so how do you do your settings, bro? Every time you get a new role, do you set everything up again from scratch, or you have your settings already figured out ahead of time?
So, depending on the brand, I have different profiles set up for brands of filament.
Mhm.
I find eSun to be the most inconsistent. Polymaker and Paramount 3D
Yeah,
are going to be the most consistent for me. Um, I tend to use Paramount 3D for PLA and Polymaker for nylons.
yeah.
Uh, I don't really buy into the whole PLA plus versus PLA thing, because there's no true standard on that.
Okay, so you're not the first person that I hear say this, right? I remember there was a guy that in the beginning, me and him were talking, and he was telling me about stuff, and he was telling me about, I forgot the brand name. Hold on, bro. Let me check. 3D Soltech, bro. I don't know if you heard of it. He was telling me that 3D Soltech, I guess they don't have PLA plus, but he was saying that their PLA was the same pretty much as PLA plus, and he was printing lowers and everything out of that PLA Soltech, bro, and it was good. So that a lot of people say like, yeah, man, I print certain stuff out of PLA. I just do everything at 100 info. And some people were saying that there's not a difference between 90 and 100. I don't know about that, but I did try that 3D Soltech stuff, and it was amazing, bro. To be honest, I never tested it, but I did print some stuff off of it. Why do you think? Like, what's your personal opinion of between PLA and PLA plus?
So, there's no standardized. There is no standardized formula to what PLA plus is.
Yeah.
So each vendor kind of has their own mix for whatever their PLA plus is.
Uh-huh.
So PLA plus for one vendor may just be normal PLA for another vendor, or
Yeah.
one vendor's PLA may be another vendor's PLA plus.
Okay.
So it's really kind of, you don't know what you're getting. Is basically what it is.
Mm,
Um, some do put in additives. I know there are many companies that are doing that, and those additives do add a little bit to the filament.
yeah.
Um, but I've tried all kinds of different brands, and I found that Paramount 3D for me, I get the most consistent uh, PLA prints, and I generally also have to print that brand's PLA what I would normally print temp wise PLA plus in another brand. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it is PLA plus, but to me it acts like it. I have probably there's a FGC 9 over there that I've shot at
Okay.
least 200 plus P plus ammo in, and another 400 uh, just standard 9 millimeter, and it's held up with no issues, no cracks whatsoever.
Damn, bro. So I have a question, and this is just it's a personal question for me. Why have you been having issues with Ethan? Like, you just don't.
It varies. So all the green or teal prints that you see of mine, they're Eson. That's the my favorite color of theirs. But that particular color, I don't have as much variation with, but like gray or black. I've noticed sometimes it's stringier than others. Like you, no matter how much you try to tune it, you're just not going to get rid of any stringing.
Yeah.
Uh, Sometimes there's bad layer adhesion. Um, I wish I had the prints nearby so I could show them. I might have broke them and threw them out, but there was
Uh-huh.
had prints from different spools of the same color in the same ESUN gray, and they would just have completely different finishes on them.
Bro, that that's crazy, bro. What does the homie say? The bar looking like Rico Suave with the braids. I'm about to pick. It says, what the? He wants to take me to a reggaeton club, bro. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, look, I tried different filaments. Correct. I tried that 3D Soltec. It was good. Um, I tried Duramac or something like that. Right. I got a red. I had issues with that Duramac, bro. I even ended up getting a free roll, and I still got issues with it. Um, then I tried Overture. Overture, bro. I had issues with it. Up to this day, I kind of had issues with the black one. The blue one that I've been using that I ended up giving to my cousin allegedly, and he printed that G3. Uh, that one came out okay, bro. But like with me, Easton, I mean, I don't know if it's maybe the colors I use. I usually Easton, I use like usually black and gray. It's been good with me. Even the silky one was good with me. So I don't know. Different people have different opinions.
I should say that a lot of my problems that I had with ESUN were last year. I haven't really used them as much as I used to this year. So this year I've only used the green or teal from them, and I haven't had that issue that much.
Hey, and I'm gonna ask you something. Is it cool if I bring up your Instagram? I want to ask you questions about certain prints.
Oh yeah, go right ahead.
All right, cool, man. So let me bring up your stuff. Let's get. All right, could you guys see it? Pa-da-pa. Let me.
Yep, I see it on there. Or I think
I'm gonna
it's
make
another
it
one
full
stream.
screen. All right, all right, man. So I have a question about where's it at? Where's that at? Where is it at? This right here, bro.
Okay,
Let's talk about this, bro.
so this one isn't actually my print. Uh,
Okay.
so this was back before we had an AWCY Instagram. So we were trying to get interest in. I honestly want to say this was before the Scorpion was even released. But one of our testers slash developers at the time, because 2A, he bought this huge, gigantic Chinese resin printer and printed that entire
What?
design in it's a Soraya Tech Blue and Soraya Tech Tenacious. I believe it's an 80-20 mixture.
Damn, bro. And has it been like tested or not?
I believe it has. If I remember correctly, he said he had about 150 rounds through it the last time I checked. Uh,
Damn, bro.
but
So
it
so
he
was it?
didn't. Oh,
Sorry, but go ahead, bro.
he said it was still functional whenever he stopped shooting it.
Okay. So was it the same thing with this one right here, or was this you?
Um, so that was also one of our advertisements. My resin prints, I didn't use the blue Soraya Tech. I used the clear Soraya Tech blue. But yeah, this one is a Glock. It is using the P80 rails.
Yeah.
Um, that one I don't believe was ever tested.
bro. But this thing looks beautiful, bro. It kind of looks like water or something, right?
Yeah, that one was strictly kind of to show off the capabilities.
Damn, bro. That's amazing. So let's talk about this, bro.
Oh man. So that's the V8's.
Yeah,
I think it's the Skeet Blaster.
that's the ski blaster, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I set up this petition to make it an official cop gun just to troll
Damn,
around years ago, and yeah, it's a skin colored PLA.
bro. What the hell? Imagine, like, I heard supposedly if you tickle the sack on this one, it actually does a three-shot burst. Is that true?
We'll leave that up to you. That one is the first edition. There's a second one with a little bit of a bigger sack.
Oh, damn, bro. That's crazy. Okay, and then let's talk about. Well, everybody knows what you're doing right here, pretty much, right?
Oh yeah, that was me ECMing my barrel for my FGC9. I just didn't feel right using a Glock barrel or a factory made barrel for it.
Bro, so when you did your FGC9, you went straight old school, pretty much.
Yep, I had to do it DIY. If so, I have a Mod 9 as well,
Yeah.
so there's no point in building. To me, it's just not right to build the FGC9 with a factory made barrel. It's the same gun as the Mod 9 at that point.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, but that's my opinion.
And how long did it take, bro? Like how long did it take to make the barrel and everything?
So on that one, so I didn't really do it in one setting.
Yeah.
I did probably about an hour one day, and then it got dark, so I ended up doing it the next day. I actually did this in my front yard. Um, but overall, I think it took maybe 2 to 3 hours at the longest.
Damn, that's not bad, bro. And,
Oh
and
yeah, not at all.
yeah, not at all, bro. Okay, and then let's talk about this one.
Yeah, so that's the SVTR.
Yeah.
So the base design is by Log Sleeve. He's one of the developers over in AWCY.
Okay.
The design originally started over in Deterrence Dispense,
Yeah.
but whenever Keybase shut down, it continued in AWCY.
Okay.
Um, I made a couple of accessories for that and helped him out with testing. Shot 1,000 rounds through that frame and ended up breaking it that weekend this picture was posted.
What? Damn.
Yeah, broke. It was still functional, and I was still shooting it whenever
Oh,
it did break. But what happened was at the front lug or the front
yeah.
takedown pin, the side facing us is the one that actually broke off.
Okay, okay. That's crazy, bro. But it still kept functioning, right?
Yep.
Damn, bro. And what about this one, bro?
So that's the Browning Buckmark by Danish Bulldog.
Yeah.
That one was a little bit of an experiment on material. I was using the Poly Terra from Polymaker,
Correct.
and it held up fine. But I was very reluctant on buying an actual ejector, so I kept trying to make my own.
Yeah.
And every time I was fiddling around with it, I was using paper clips, different forms of wire, bent to the right shape, but I never could get it ejecting properly.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. And then let's talk about this, bro. Is this your laboratory, bro?
Yeah, that's it. Whenever it's in a mess, it's behind me in my office. But yeah, I have a bunch of hooks that I hang, test prints on. I disassemble everything there, put it together there. In that
Okay.
picture, you can see a couple of Buckmark frames,
Yeah.
some Smith & Wesson Sigma, my AR, part of the FGC9.
Yeah.
There's a barrel for the thump and grind on the
Oh,
table.
yeah, yeah, we saw it's the post. So this is where the magic happens, right, bro?
Yep.
Let's see, and then we got a closer pick, right? You got the FGC9 right there. Wow, it's clean, bro. What happened, bro?
I get a bit disorganized. I tend to work better in a mess,
Yeah.
and I don't really understand it. It's just it's how my brain is wired and works and finds everything. Um, it's hard to describe, but
Nah,
yeah,
I get you, bro. In your head, everything's in place, so it's not a mess. You know where everything's at. You
yeah,
know what you need is right it wherever you need it. And then sometimes we just gotta clean though. Okay, so this is the FGC9, right?
yeah,
Uh, and then the other one is your AR, right?
yeah.
Is it,
That's just a factory AR. That one's not an 80% or anything.
bro? That's serialized?
Yeah,
I gotta get out of here, bro.
yep.
I'm joking. Okay, and then this is the thump and grind, right? Have you tested the thump and grind, bro? Is there any video of you with it?
There's no video of me shooting it. It was too dark, and on the 4th of July, whenever I was shooting it. But that one, it's I originally sought out to actually make a build tutorial,
Mhm.
but while I was doing that, they decided to do road work right outside my house,
Damn. So you heard all
and
the background noise?
yeah, right in the middle of me putting it together, they started working and ruined that.
Damn. That there it is, bro. So what materials did you use for this one?
So that's all PLA. I didn't use any type of nylon. It's ESUN PLA, the ESUN Pantone 323C,
Mhm.
and black. If you can't really zoom in on Instagram, but yeah, you can kind of see the black didn't turn out the way I liked it.
Okay. And then let's talk about right here. What are you testing right here, bro?
So that is 458's. It's the XD9 subcompact,
Oh, okay.
and that one is printed in Polymaker
Mhm.
PA6
Yeah.
glass filled nylon.
Okay.
Um,
So how does that nylon work, bro? Do you like the glass filled nylon or no?
it depends on the frame. Pistol frames, it's worked fantastic.
Yeah.
That particular one was my main one for all for testing.
Mhm.
Uh, I had no issues whatsoever with it, and I made the mistake of printing it in fuzzy skin, so I had
Yeah.
to do a lot of filing on the rails. But beyond that, it's fantastic.
So let's talk about your og, bro. I know somebody had said, I think the guy from Wild Arms had said that I think he had gotten the idea, or somebody got the idea for this, right? For the, what is it called? The way you did the og?
Um, maybe miss may not understand the question.
No, what was this? What
Oh,
was
fake
it?
light.
Yeah, the fake light. What was the whole reason behind doing your og with fake light?
Um, to be honest, I don't know. I just randomly wanted something flashy, and my AUG kit it wasn't the best looking out of the box. It had scratches and a bunch of issues on it, so I
Correct.
really wanted to cover all that up, and fake light looked like the best way to do it, and it's all for the memes.
Yeah, man. When I saw what you were doing, bro, I was like, "Yo, this thing is amazing, man!" Like it. And then you also ended up doing the mag, right,
Yep.
bro? That looks sick, man. And this is the process, right, before it got done and everything.
Yeah. So I have this tent in my backyard that is holding a car I'm tearing parts off of.
Yeah.
So I hung it up in there and spray painted it, and then started the paint job.
And then this is the like kind of finished project, I guess we could say.
Yep.
And it came out amazing, bro.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised at how well it turned out. I thought it was going to look absolutely abysmal.
Yeah. And then if you guys saw the bro, you've seen these right here. Out of all of these, bro, which one's your favorite one?
It's a hard pick between the KC9 and the Scorpion Evo. I honestly want to say it's the KC9.
Yeah,
It's a fun gun to shoot, and it's one of the few guns where I've actually melted the barrel retainer on.
bro.
So
How did you do that? Like, you were just like straight mag dumping?
I was mag dumping in Florida heat.
Man,
Um, that was at the right before the second makers match. I took it to the range the day before,
yeah.
uh, and it was functioning just fine while I was shooting. I
Okay.
had I had no clue that the barrel was melting until after I took it back to the Airbnb. But the actual barrel retainer, it got so soft that the barrel moved forward to the point to where it wouldn't the bolt wouldn't go into battery.
Damn,
So
bro. That's
luckily, Durwood was there with a spare barrel retainer printed in nylon that he gave me, and I installed it on there.
shout out to Durwood, bro, with the save.
Oh yeah.
And what about that rodent blaster, bro? Is that fun to shoot? Have you shot that?
Oh yeah, it's great to shoot. It's fun to take to the range. It's probably the only gun my son will shoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's safe. It's just a little 1022 Ruger.
Yeah.
Um, that one, it's PLA because I didn't want to print nylon during the beta test and epoxy my barrel in
Yeah.
and have to make a change. So I did PLA. I ended up never epoxying the barrel in there. It's just held in with set screws.
Yeah, correct. So this one, okay, so you brought up your son. May I ask how old your son is?
My son is 7.
Okay, and so your son is 7 and he's already shooting that little 22. How does he enjoy it, bro?
Oh, he loves it. Like the printed guns, like he fell in love with it. Um, it's a little bad because I had to tell him not to go to school and brag about it to everyone. But
Oh, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. So I got my niece, right? And my niece is probably like she just went into let's say kinder, right? So she was like in preschool. So I'll be, she would come and she would see me making guns and this and that. So I think somebody was like picking on her. You know what I mean? She
yeah,
she told the kid to leave her alone because her uncle makes a lot of guns.
oh shit.
Bro, I had to tell her and pull her to the side and be like, "You can't be saying stuff like that. Like that's a threat, allegedly." But yeah, bro. Like, let's talk about kids, right? Do you believe that it's important to start your son at a young age and teach him about gun safety and to teach him not to say certain things? Or what's your opinion on that?
So I've told you previously before the roast that I do IT, and
Yeah,
I had to teach my son what is okay to say and what isn't to say okay to say pretty early because he immediately went to school and started telling everyone that I was a hacker.
what?
Yeah, and
What
I
did
had
he say? My dad's a black hat.
yeah, I had to explain. No, I work in IT. So that was before he didn't have a chance to talk about guns. I'm like, okay, so you can't say this, and you can't talk about the guns.
Bro, they're gonna be like, your dad's a hacker and he has guns. Like, damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. Kids say the darnest things and they don't know better, bro. But at the
Oh
same
yeah.
time, I think it's very important to teach your kid not to say certain things, especially in school now, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
I found out that now in school there's an actual worker depending on the schools, but there's a social worker, bro, that reports everything to the county, bro. So imagine like they could just end up doing something, and now the social workers are looking into you. Here we call it a CPS, or Child Protective Services and stuff like that. But that's gonna mess up people's homes, bro. Um,
Unfortunately, I have experience with that with my daughter.
yeah, man. Sorry about
She's
that.
older than my son, but she's autistic,
Yeah,
and my brother-in-law, he doesn't have a job, but he babysits every now and then.
Correct?
But with her being autistic, she can't differentiate that he's an adult,
Yeah.
and whenever she was at school, she was saying she didn't want to go home because someone's mean to her, and
Yeah.
that person who was mean to her at the time was my 5-year-old son,
Oh my god.
and they thought it was an adult, and
Oh,
like we all got that involved. So I got pretty early on, what you can say, what you can't
yeah,
say.
bro. You gotta be careful. Like my sister is a teacher, right, for kids with autism, right? And she tells me all these stories that they don't really teach the teachers certain things. All they tell them to do is report it, report it. My sister grew up in an environment where she understands that stuff is dangerous. I remember I had this neighbor, bro, when I was a young parent, right? So when I had my kids, my first son, I was 15 going into 16, right? Well, when we got our first apartment, bro, there was this lady next to us, and I remember one day my son woke up, and I guess he got like a stomach flu, right? And he started woke up, and it was the first time he had ever vomited, and he was projectile vomiting, bro. Ah,
Oh man,
I think it was like 1 in the morning. So we're all scared, bro. We're getting I'm trying to take him to the bathroom so he could either at least vomit in the restroom. You know what I mean?
yeah.
All of a sudden, bro, a week later, we get a knock at the door, and it's the social service worker, bro. And he starts saying that somebody called, that I used to lock my son in the closet, and that I wouldn't let my son that I would get mad at my son because he would go potty in his Pampers or something. So I told the guy, come in, you know. He came in, he saw the house. I'm like, I can't lock my son in the closet. The closet is a slide through mirror, right? And I said another thing. My son learned to potty train really fast. I think he was like 8 months when we potty train him. And I said, like, look, he doesn't even use diapers, right? And the guy said, yeah, man, we just gotta be careful, and we got a call. And then he finally kind of said it was your neighbor. You know what I mean? But it's stuff like that, bro, that people don't understand. It could mess up your life
Oh yeah.
if the person that's in charge is being an asshole, bro.
Yep. Luckily, whenever everything was handled by the school and the police, the school apologized. They understood what happened, and like they didn't realize that my son was 5, so all of
Yeah,
that was handled pretty quickly. But other people aren't that lucky, and
bro. So now, since we're talking about kids right now, uh, do you think how important to you is it teaching your kids about gun safety?
it is extremely important. I would advise teaching them about gun safety as soon as possible, especially if you have guns in your house, like most of the people watching.
Yes, correct.
Um, you never want your kid to just grab something without knowing. I have a lock on my office, but my son and my daughter, they know not to go anywhere near my office unless I am physically in this office.
Okay, so I know you have your daughter has autism, correct?
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. How do you handle that situation with your daughter about the gun safety?
So she's pretty high functioning, but she's more of a don't. How do I describe it? It's almost to the point where she has no interest in it,
Yeah.
and she knows they're loud,
Hmm.
and she doesn't do loud noises, so she doesn't go anywhere near them.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, man. I think a lot of us need to teach our kids young, especially a lot of us that are minorities. Uh, it's not normal in our household to talk about guns, right? Uh,
Yeah,
there's people that are still scared of them, and I think one of the issues is that a lot of us probably had a bad experience, or we remembered seeing a cop coming to the house and pulling out a gun on us, things like that that might have happened, right? Um, I'm gonna ask you a question, and my question to you is, what do you think, and do you agree with the laws that they're trying to pass, where they're trying to make all pretty much everybody like California and New York? What's your opinion on that?
They're unconstitutional. Uh, I don't agree with them, and I don't agree with California either.
Yeah,
Uh, Sorry, you have to live with that.
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry. Uh, but no, it's unfortunate, but it's not going to stop anything we do. Everyone's going to continue doing it, um,
correct.
and it's just getting easier by the day.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. People don't understand that we have a right, right? It's our God-given right to protect ourselves and to own a gun. It shouldn't matter, and we shouldn't be in no type of list, um, because that's our personal right. That's what America was founded under, right? If we can't have guns, and a lot of us, if we don't understand history, every time they start taking weapons away from us, is because we're gonna get screwed. We're gonna get some messed up situation, and we need to open our eyes and realize that we don't just need to make sure we have our guns. We need to make sure that we have medical supplies with us. We need to make sure that we have at least some type of protection, like bulletproof vest, something that is level 3 or higher, because a lot of us don't know that things are progressively getting bad, and people don't understand that. What's your opinion on medical training, especially since you do have weapons around you? Would you suggest it to other people, or what's your opinion?
I definitely suggest some basic medical training, um, but in some places or and sometimes that may not be feasible for everyone. But at least know how to operate a tourniquet
Yeah,
and uh, have one in your bag that you carry to the range, or if you're carrying, have one on your person. You never know when you might need something like that. I'll be honest, I don't know CPR, so I don't know that kind of medical stuff. But
yeah,
tourniquet, I know how to operate that for myself. Um,
yeah,
that's about all I can say there.
yeah, man. I think a tourniquet is very important, especially for people like us that allegedly we test shit sometimes that it's the first time we're testing it, right? Making sure we are able to be under control when a situation like that happens, and making sure that we're able to stop the bleeding right away. That's gonna save our lives a lot, and I think a lot of us should take classes or try to, like you said, have a medical kit, and not just those first aid kits that have a bunch of bandages and shit like that, but like an actual medical kit, something expensive. Not
One
expensive.
moment, I need to get my dog.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Don't worry. Yeah, man. So I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? How many of you guys? Yeah, Kron said it. Tie it, pack it, and seal it. How many of you guys actually have a medical kit around your area and have taught your family where it's at and how to use it? I believe that's very important, especially if you have kids. Go ahead, man.
Sorry, my dog was barking, so I just let him into the office.
Nah, man, it's cool. I got a dog too. Uh, they're saying Dodge had a dog like a real man. So
Cut.
that's a dog like a real man. Um, but yeah, man, I was saying that I believe a lot of us should. Let's see your dog, bro.
Come on, buddy.
Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna hold on. Yo, what's the dog's name, bro?
His name's Coda.
Oh my god. How old is it, bro?
He is 6 and he is blind.
What? How is he blind, bro?
He's been blind for years, but I think he was poisoned at our old house. We
Oh,
had to get him. I had to have medical treatment on him.
Damn.
And no, Ralph, his name's not Doge.
What's his name's not Doge.
Yeah, his name's Koda, Koda.
Yeah, bro, that's a beautiful dog, bro.
Thank you.
So now how does it like does it pretty much use his the sound and the smell or what or how does this eyesight work? Is he completely blind?
He's completely blind. He'll run into doors, couches. Like if we move the couch slightly, he'll run into it.
Yeah.
Um, like if he has any toys, they have to be toys that make noises. Otherwise, he's not going to know where they are.
Ralph says, "How is he blind? Like he can't see, bro? Bro, he could be blind off one eye, bro, and he just needs an eye patch. He could be like half blind, bro, or he could have cataracts, bro. But yeah, bro. All right. And let's talk about something. Are you working on any projects currently, bro?
So I am. I'll go ahead and say it because I don't think there's going to be any parts
Hey,
kits
bro.
somewhere.
Somebody said it's his name, Ray.
He should be named Ray Charles. But no, I'm working on a Jericho 941 polymer build.
Yeah.
It's for anyone who's familiar with anime, it's the gun Spike or the main character used in Cowboy Bebop.
What? Nah, bro, for real?
Yeah,
Damn.
part it's in another room right now, but it's I'm basing mine off of a polymer frame. The parts kit already has the rails built into it. So
Go get it, bro, if you can.
I don't
All right.
I don't have like the frame actually printed yet. I'm still in the process of getting the measurements and everything. So it's just a parts kit at the moment.
Yeah.
I also am going to be reprinting the OG, and I'm also printing out it's one of Danish Bulldog's Mac 9s. It's the Mac 9 or the I think it's the what is it? He's calling it the Mac Mini.
Okay.
Yeah, the DB9 Mini. So I'm working on that.
Yeah.
I have some other little side projects I'm working on, but the main thing is the Jericho. I don't want to get as stretched as thin as I used to be. So I'm trying to minimize what I'm actually working on.
That's crazy, man. And then another question I have for you, bro. Where would you like to see the community heading towards? I know you're on Twitter too, bro. So what do you think? Do you think that which social media do you prefer most, bro? Twitter or Instagram?
Instagram fully. Instagram, it's not really built for the negativity that's on Twitter,
Yeah,
and I generally find it a lot more wholesome in interactions, in my opinion.
correct.
Twitter, it just seems like people are fighting for the sake of fighting at this
Yeah,
point.
bro.
And I mean, there's bad blood in the community, and I'm not going to lie, that shit's not going to fix itself. Like, and that stuff's going to be there for. No one's going to apologize and sing kumbaya. We all just need to move past it and actually focus on our work and what our work is that makes us who we are.
Correct. Yeah.
That's what I think we should do.
Do you feel like Instagram took a change and became, especially in our community, and it became more wholesome, more love, and people actually kind of motivate themselves more or each other more and more, and instead of Twitter where you post something and somebody has to either correct you or just argue, like you said, just to argue?
I just don't think Instagram isn't very good on with their comments. It's not really good to have like a coherent conversation in the comments on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it doesn't lend itself well to fighting.
Hmm.
And Twitter, you're limited to 150 word or characters per message.
Correct.
And if you can't have an intelligent conversation with a limitation like that. So
Yeah.
that's why I think Instagram is just a lot better community wise.
Correct. Yeah, man, I totally agree with you. And that where do you want to see the community heading, bro? Like, what would you like to see more as a whole? Developers, testers, just everybody as a whole.
I would like to see, how would I put it? I would like to see more focusing on development and innovation. Uh, if someone is trying something new,
Yeah,
encourage that, even if it may be something that you may not agree with. Like maybe their thought process, that may just be the first iteration on whatever new thing that they're creating.
right.
There's so many minds out there that I have seen stifled by negativity. And I would
Yes.
like to see more people actually encourage and build up people for development.
Yo,
If they're doing something wrong, teach them instead of talk down to them.
yeah. I mean, I totally agree with you, bro. Uh, that's one of the reasons I started Late Night with the Bar, because I wanted people to know who you are, who the person behind the profile, the person behind the mask, right? Because that way people understand we're regular people, bro. Some of us have two jobs and we do this as a hobby or to relax. We're not here for no drama. We're here to try to build each other up. And a lot of us, I feel like, have not reached that point that we. I think a lot of us are lacking motivation and somebody to push us, right? And the more we get people helping each other, motivating each other, the more this community is gonna grow, and the better that it's gonna be harder for us to break the community apart. Because every time bad things happen, or the when groups don't make it, is because it's turmoil inside of the group, and we break each other from the inside out. When we should do the opposite, raise each other up from the inside, and then other people will see. A lot of people love the community. The community helped me get through a lot tough times in my life, and that's why I love it. And hopefully others see that, and it motivates them to be better. Um, I just want to tell you, bro, thank you like for being on the show. I really appreciate it. I know you've done a lot for the community, and I feel like you deserve the recognition that you're getting, and that's why I wanted to have you in the show, bro, to tell you thank you for everything you've done.
Yeah, but thank you for having me on. It's been a blast, and it's nice to actually talk about what I've done and uh, the different things within the community.
Yeah, man. Like I didn't know that you ran the social media, till now, which is pretty dope, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
I kind of made it to where a lot of people didn't know who I was for the longest time. I kind of hid low under AWCY or uh, whatnot, but I've been here for a while.
so okay, let's talk about AWC, right? Let's bring that up. How do you enjoy AWC, and how do you feel AWC has helped you grow with your printing journey?
So back before AWCY was really a development team, we all kind of hung out in deterrence suspense, and I guess over time we all kind of developed a friendship or a camaraderie in a way. So whenever AWCY was founded, I naturally went with them. And sorry, my dog was messing with something back there.
Yeah,
But it's it's helped me get out of some of my social recluse.
yeah,
Stuff. So for the longest time, I was a social recluse, and it's helped me socialize on a level I didn't previously. It's helped me make friends that I honestly want to say they're friends for life,
right.
almost like family. And anytime I've had any issues printing, there's always been people in the team willing to help out. And I've always tried to help out with people that may have issues as well. It's just it's this community sense where we're all here for each other that
Mhm.
goes a long way.
Yeah, man, for sure. The community is super awesome. I mean, in the beginning, I think when I started printing, I think it was where a lot of new people were coming in. So a lot of people were like, "Are you a Fed? What's going on?" Right? We had a boom. Now that certain people left, certain people stayed. Now we understand and we keep growing, and that's amazing, bro. That it's actually helped you become a better person, and also like you said, bro, a lot of people that I've met, I probably would have never spoke to them if it wasn't for what we do, right? And I've met a bunch of dope people that have been there and helped a lot. It's amazing, bro. Like I said, that's why I'm happy that I had you on the show because every time I would see you or speak to you, it was either through Discord or we just send each other messages and stuff like that, which I appreciate, man. Um, one last question before I let you go, bro. What would you tell somebody that's a new printer, like somebody that's starting off? What would be some type of advice that you would give that person?
My personal opinion would be to get comfortable with your printer, know its capabilities before diving in and printing a gun. Um, if you want to start printing a gun, that's fine, uh, but just know where to find support. There's always people in any of the communities around that's willing to help out. But I'm going to obviously suggest AWCY. Just join in the chat, say what problems you may have, and we'll have someone who's going to be able to help you out, get you going. Experiment with your printer. Uh, Not all of them are the same, so those settings in the README may not be exactly what you need to go with. But yeah, definitely experiment. Know the feel of your printer, and have fun.
That's right, man. And it's only fair to use this sound. All right, man. Okay, so you guys stay tuned. You guys watch the show. We appreciate it. I'm gonna talk about something really quick before we say goodbye. Me and Frytech are gonna do this promotion where Frytech is gonna give out a free printer. So it's gonna be the Ender V2 or V3. What is the V2, right? Yeah, I think it's
So,
that one.
sorry, I had to unmute myself. Yeah, I think it's the V2.
Yeah, yeah. So there's gonna be a promotion where we're gonna do that. So make sure you guys follow Frytech. I mean, it's a printer. If you're new, this is your chance to get a new printer for free. If you want to start in on 3D printing, if you already have printers, hey, another printer never hurts, especially if it's free. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys follow Frytech. Make sure you guys check out my story because I'll talk about the rules and how to do it. Another thing is the prices. The prices for Friday's show. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys real quick. That way you guys could see what we have. Here we go. Okay, so for the first winner, like the one that wins the actual prize on Friday, will get this from 1776. I believe this is the uh, PF45, which is the Glock 21. If you guys are in a state that does not allow us shipping this to you, which is pretty much I think New York and California, and I forgot who else. The second price or the price for the people that are not in a state that allow the polymer will get this. they will get pretty much a lower parts kit with that custom trigger and a mag wheel. That's what you guys are gonna get for Friday's price to the winner. Now, if you guys do not win, right, and you guys come out on like say runner up, you guys are gonna get a shirt from Kron. So you'll get that 0% shirt that Kron has been wearing, and a lot of us have been wearing it. And then I might, I will pick a runner up. So I'm trying to figure out how the runner up is gonna work, which is gonna be the third prize. You could either get a shirt from Trollworks, or if you guys have seen Trollworks website, he's got like bikinis, he's got flip flops. You'll get $20 credit for anything on Trollworks site. So make sure you guys start building. Send your build to our website because it's gonna be my quinceañera, my sweet 15. So make sure you guys send your stuff to our website, wetalkshit.com. That's how you're gonna send your submissions. That's how you're gonna get crispy pictures. Unless you have a damn Nokia, then oh well, bro, that's on you. Right? All right, man. Anything you gotta tell the people before we bounce?
Uh, man, it's just been a blast being on here. It's nice talking to everyone. It's nice seeing everyone in the chat. And yeah, you know where to find me. And thank you for the opportunity, Sabr.
Nah, man. Thank you for joining, bro. Like it's an honor, and like I said, this is gonna be late nights with the bar season two, season dos. Dogenado is the first one that kicked it off, but this season I'm gonna try to have people that have been in the community, people that I feel like deserve their roses. Let's say it that way. Deserve the recognition. People that are kind of behind the scenes, but have in reality helped the community grow. And you're one of the first ones, bro. So and keep that beer crispy, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's not going away anytime soon.
Thank you, bro. Stay tuned. Stay backstage. I'm gonna tell everybody bye.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. It was a dope show. Thank you for the support. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys share that shit. Make sure you guys go and leave some comments because that helps with the algorithm. Blah. But thank you guys for everything. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. The community is amazing. And stay ready, stay dangerous, and stay strapped. Allegedly. Oh yeah, make sure you guys go check out the Mag project. Use code the bar for 5% off. They're doing a lot of dope work for the community. Go check them out. Adios.